Frank, thank you very much for having us here today. Really appreciate your hospitality here. Obviously the marvellous Redhill Estate, renowned estate for wines here on the Mornington Peninsula, one of my favourite places in the whole world. Looking forward to tasting some of these wines and hearing all about Redhill Estate and how you ended up down in this beautiful part of the world, and yeah, we'll go from there, I reckon.
Welcome to Mount Eliza, a hidden gem on the very gateway of the Mornington Peninsula. Home to many families, downsizers and sea changers. Due to its highly regarded schools, this bustling retail strip here in Mount Eliza Village, some of the most prestigious homes along the bay, and some of the most breathtaking views you'll find anywhere in the world. There's two sides to Mount Eliza's serenity. Beachside and Nepean Highway, where you've got the Golden Mile with those prestigious homes and estates. The beautiful Mount Eliza Village here with its great community vibe and spirit. And then you've got the eastern side of Nepean Highway bordering Murdoch Road, the hillside of Mount Eliza. Again, some breathtaking views looking back to Western Port Bay, Redhill and Arthur's Seat, large homes, large blocks, bushlands, massively tree-lined street. No matter what your budget or your desires, there is something here for you in Mount Eliza. Now let me take you into the stats to show you why Mount Eliza is so hot right now. Entry prices for Mount Eliza start at roughly $1 million on the east side of Nepean Highway. At the top end, you'll pay between $5 million to $10 million. Current median price here in Mount Eliza is $1.3 million for a modest home, and the current median unit price is $560,000. Well, you've often heard me refer to the Mornington Peninsula as God's country. Well, today I'm standing in his waiting room. Mornington delivers a variety of great restaurants and cafes to satisfy just about any indulgence and appetite, and must mention the fantastic sea view of Port Phillip Bay. Families love Mornington because of the schools, the public transport and the seaside lifestyle. And at the moment, it is the #1 choice for most Melburnians that are looking to retire. Like Mount Eliza, there's two sides to Mornington. You've got beachside of Nepean Highway with that great Main Street strip, the prestigious homes along the Esplanade, and then you've got the east side of Nepean Highway. Typically some newer homes, you've got the Mornington Racecourse, larger blocks of land, and a mix of everything in between. Again, something for everyone. Now let me take you through the stats. Entry into the Mornington market starts at about $800,000 for a home and $550,000 for a unit. At the top end of the market with water views, your entry is $2.6 million and up to $3.6 million on the east side of Nepean Highway. Median property prices over the last year ranged from $800,000 in January 2020 and finished up at $900,000 in December. Well, welcome, 6 Neptune Street here in Mornington. This was our last purchase here in Mornington in 2020. A great little property. It's a 3-bedroom, original home. It will be completely transformed over the next 12 months. And I'm going to be really excited to bring you back here. It's going to be renovated. We're not knocking it down. We're actually going to build on what's already here. But purchased this last year around July, settled in October. To give you an example, I think I could probably bring this back to market today with a little bit of a clean up and probably make my client another $40,000 or $50,000 like that, purely based off just that capital growth that we saw here in Mornington in the last half of last year. So 6 Neptune Place, watch this space. It's just 5 minutes from the beach, walking with 2 kids. I've done it, it's that long. So watch the space, we'll be here next year to show you the completed version. Really excited. So, they say good things come in small packages. Well, I reckon that couldn't be more relevant here in Mount Martha. Mount Martha doesn't have that busy main retail strip of Mornington, Dramana or Rye. But don't be surprised to find a bustling little village with a great vibe, great cafes, great little restaurants in the little village just across the road from these beach boxes and this fantastic beach. Mount Martha still takes in some of the most spectacular views of the Mornington Peninsula and has some of the most exclusive homes on Port Phillip Bay, sitting up on top of the hills. Behind the village, you've still got the old part of Mount Martha. It's still beautiful and bushy, tree-lined streets, no footpaths, and you can see why many families now, young families, are choosing Mount Martha as their place to live. Typically it was dominated with retirees and just beach houses, but the actual population, the permanent resident population here in Mount Martha has been growing steadily over the last few years. Let me take you through the stats of Mount Martha right now. Entry into Mount Martha market starts at about $760,000 for a home and $550,000 for a unit. Median property prices over the last year went from $995,000 in January to $1.1 million in December. That was just over 10.5% growth over the course of 2020, which is a great result. Units median prices in 2020 went from $644,000 and ended in December at $655,000. So still a 2.5% capital gain over the course of 2020. Have you ever wondered what that little stretch is between the bottom of the Mount Martha Hills through to Dramana? Well, here we are in Safety Beach. We're actually at Martha Cove, which is part of the rapid growth that's been happening down here in Safety Beach. Here, you'll find waterside, harbourside homes, townhouses, terraces and apartments. The water sportsman's dream. Beautiful home, boat berthed in the backyard and direct access out to Port Phillip Bay. Safety Beach has been growing for a while now, and it's also the older parts of Safety Beach as well. You've got the older areas being redeveloped into multi-unit sites, and that's adding to the growth of this great little suburb. Dramana just down the road, Mount Martha just the other side of the Esplanade, and Mornington not far away. It's still very well serviced and very, very, very hot right now as well, with Melburnian buyers and out-of-state buyers as well. But look, that's enough from me. Let's go have a look at the stats. Entry into the Safety Beach market starts at about $600,000 for a unit, right the way up to $2 million for a luxurious townhouse on the water's edge in Martha Cove. Median property prices over the last year range from $795,000 in January to $890,000 in December. It's just a smidge over 12% capital growth over the course of last year, which is a great result. Median unit prices started at approximately $690,000 in January and ended in December at $705,000. So still a moderate increase of 2.3%, which is not bad for the year, all things considered. Well, Rob, thank you very much for joining me today.
Pleasure, Peter.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got the #1 selling agent on the Mornington Peninsula here with us today, so we should all be honoured to have him here. Rob, over the last 6 years, has sold more properties over the $3 million mark than any other agent in this region. Rob, mate, give us your spin on the Mornington Peninsula, mate.
Well, it's certainly changed over the recent times, but look, it's one of the finest peninsulas on the world. You're surrounded by 2 bays and an ocean beach, and you've got, Redhill wineries in the vicinity as well. So it's sort of a combination of some of the best beaches in Australia, certainly at the southern end of the peninsula, and then of course you've got beautiful wineries and a great tourist destination only an hour and a half from Melbourne.
Yeah, absolutely. And mate, tell us about the real estate market here in Mornington, in the Mornington Peninsula, I guess, because you don't cover just one suburb, you cover the whole region.
Yeah, no, we cover anything that is suitable to the Sotheby's brand, anything that photographs well, that's we don't base it on price, but anything that certainly is a collectible. I mean, that's what Sotheby's is renowned for, is we sell prestige and collectible items, whether it be art or fine jewellery, and of course, my specialty is in the real estate arm. So anything that's sort of highly sought after, we're very keen to represent our clients, and that can be from Portsea all the way to Flinders and down to Mornington, which we've got a beautiful house coming up in the next month or two, which will be sort of close to 20 million in Mornington. So,
oh wow!
Yeah, so look, it's changed a lot since I sort of came down here. It was a weekender for most people as a destination for the wealthy people of Melbourne, but today it's particularly since COVID and last year, it's become a suburb of Melbourne. So,
And so tell us about some of your favourite spots here in the Mornington Peninsula.
look, that's a tough question. I mean, you know, you've got, as I said just before, you've got two bay beaches. You've got Western Port, and you've got obviously Port Phillip Bay. All our prestige homes are renowned for the cliff top in Sorrento and Portsea. We've got a magnificent home on the cliff of Dramana, which has probably got the best bay views I've ever seen. And the bay's beautiful. There's always something happening out there, but I tell you what, there's something special about the ocean. And we've got a Horizon on the market at the moment in Flinders, which is 30 million. It's one of the most spectacular homes I've ever been into, but that sheer volume of water and the way it can change instantly is pretty dynamic and very rustic. It's just to watch that, you know, the waves and the tides move and the weather, pretty special. So I would say I love the back beaches of sort of St Andrews Beach and Flinders. I think they're pretty special spots.
Okay, awesome. Mate, well, yeah, look, thank you very much for your time. It's been really great to have you here, and really good to hear that the Mornington Peninsula is going so strong. Mate, where can people find you, Rob?
Well, I'm split myself between the Flinders office, Sotheby's, and down at our Sorrento office. So mobile's the best way to get me, because if you're in the office, you're not making any money. So
what's the mobile to grab you on?
0418 310 870.
Thank you very much. So if you're looking to sell something here on the Mornington Peninsula, you need to speak to Rob. Rob, thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you. Thanks for listening.
I hope you've enjoyed today. I've shown you around parts of the Mornington Peninsula. Hope you've enjoyed the tour. So thank you very much to Frank for having us here today. Really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
I will see you next week, where we're going to continue our journey throughout the rest of this Mornington Peninsula. We're going to head down to the back beaches and then all the way up to Portsea as the weeks come by. Thanks very much for joining us, and hope you enjoyed the ride.